just really like David Ferrer. He is really fun to watch. He's such a good counter puncher. Andy Murray is great as well. You can't not like Roger Federer, of course. So I really didn't pick a favorite, but I think if I had to pick my favorite right now to watch play, probably Ferrer or Andy Murray. Alright, so let's see here. We're in pretty good shape. I'm going to hold the Rifleman still for a little bit later.
What to do?
Alright, so we are going to...
Pass me that Arclight spanner.
Nice, another Power of the Wild. So we could buff our Thrallmar, or we could Power of the Wild and hope he lives another turn. I think we're going to Power of the Wild.
I see your end.
That already attacked.
Oh, he silenced the Thrallmar anyway. Never mind.
If you're sure.
I must have been looking at chat when he silenced him. I didn't realize he lost his Wind Fury. That's okay. Well, now I'm definitely glad I didn't buff him. Yeah, Nadal does have some not so great abilities. Oh, Palatar, I think you're talking about Wawrinka, maybe?
I wonder.
Did he beat Andy Murray? I didn't see the matches today. Wawrinka is the only one I know with a name close to that. The Swiss player. Yeah, Wawrinka's interesting. I think on his best days he can beat anybody. He can play really well. He's just so inconsistent.
Put this apple on your head.
I was gonna say, if he doesn't get a taunt minion down this turn, we could have won the game. We're still gonna win the game.
Oh, if you're sure.
Well, not win the game, sorry. I was still thinking I had Wind
Wait a
Fury.
minute.
Oh, you know what? I could have Abusive Sergeant there. Still would have not quite killed him. I'll wait till next turn. Yeah, he still would have had 1 health left, even if I used the Sergeant to buff. See, you get me distracted playing tennis, and then I'm not looking at the game. I'm talking about tennis, I'm not looking at the game as much. But we're in good shape. I mean, it's interesting. He's been behind. I think, honestly, that Dust Devil... Yeah, with the Dwarf. Yeah. The Dwarf would definitely do it. I think that Dust Devil turn 1 really was a big mistake, like you guys pointed out. Yeah, we're playing Arena. We made a Druid Arena deck. By playing that Dust Devil turn 1 and knowing that we could clear with our hero power, he really got behind, so...
Join or die.
We never could really do anything to catch back up. It's gonna probably give him Wind Fury as well. Well, that's fine. He'll clear 2 minions, but... It doesn't matter what he does. He can't kill everything. Alright, so GG. Good start for the Druid deck. That was a pretty dominating win by us. So, alright, so second game of this Arena series. We're now 1-0. Druid deck is working pretty well. Druids may yet again show why they're overpowered.
Malfurion versus.
You asked for it.
I must protect the wild.
Wind Fury means that you get to attack twice in 1 turn as opposed to once. So you don't do double retaliation damage, you just only attack back once. Alright, so this is a pretty good start all in all. And drop the Druid of the Claw. Yeah, so this is not bad at all. We have a lot of versatility here.
My greetings.
The most you can do in Arena is to win 9 games. So that's the highest you can go. I actually think it would be interesting for them to make a mode where you just keep going and going and going, but it's interesting. She didn't do anything on turn 2 except hit us, so. Ooh, so we have Innervate now. Don't really think we want to use it yet. I think we're probably just going to Hero Power and attack. We could have gone, you know what, we could have coined and innervated into Druid of the Claw. That's true. Alright, so let's see here. Yeah, she definitely has polymorph for sure. Well, you never know in Arena, but probably. So we coin and innervate, that'll give us 4. We don't, right? Or we could just innervate to give us 3. Kill the werewolf with what? I have nothing to kill the werewolf with.
Time waits for no one.
Night Dwarf, thanks for joining the stream. Yeah, they limited it because of the gold rewards. I would like to see some sort of arena competitive something or other, but so we gotta be careful now. She's got a secret down. It could be mirror entity, so we don't want to drop a big minion first. So we'll probably go ahead and drop our Iron Forge. So at least we can kill. Alright. Yeah, so she's gonna get a copy of our Iron Forge. But because she gets a copy of it, she doesn't get to use its ability. So it's not bad for us, honestly. We don't really have anything we can coin into here at this point, so we'll just attack. Yeah, I try to talk. Sometimes it throws me off, but I talk as much as I can. Thanks, guys. I think glad you liked the stream. Follow me on YouTube and Twitter. I post updates on Twitter. I also retweet any beta key giveaways that I see. But put everything up on YouTube as well, and I post stream updates on Twitter. So glad you guys can make it. Thanks for the first timers, and we'll see you soon, hopefully. All right, so let's see here. We could silence the Alarma bot, which would be kind of funny because then it makes him a useless minion. I actually don't mind that play at all. In fact, that's what we're going to do. The game will release by the end of the year.
What does the future hold?
Fire!
So by silencing the Alarma bot, he's a 0 attack minion. 0 means that he cannot even launch an attack with him. So unless he decides to destroy him with a spell, that Alarma bot's never going to leave the field, and he takes up a spot, and then he only gets 7 minions total. So it's really annoying when someone silences your 0 attack minion, trust me. Alright, so we need to clear Sinjin here. Unfortunately, let's see. Well, we could Power of the Wild and then trade
What to do?
and still drop our Gnomish Inventor. I actually like that. We're going to drop Inventor first in case we get a good card. Plus, this way we can double buff our minions. Alright, so this is gonna let us
Fire!
be able to kill Sinjin and still do damage. You know, I don't think that they'll ever nerf Sinjin. The reason Sinjin is so good is because he does exactly what you need him to do. I think 1 point less attack and he would not be near as good. 1 point less health, wouldn't be near as good as either. So I don't think they'll ever nerf him. I think he is quintessentially a great card for his role and his job, honestly. So we got another secret to deal with. Nice. I was going to say, I hope we get a low-cost minion so we can try to pop that secret.
I hope you like my invention.
Which we did not. So it's... Oh, there it is. Mirror Entity. But again, she doesn't get to use the battle cry effect. So it's really been wasted both times, honestly. So we could go ahead and get the taunt minion down. I think that's the play.
Get behind me.
And then we just keep hitting the mage in the face. So the general rule of thumb is that if you have taunt minions down and they don't, you just keep attacking them. Because they're going to have to get through your taunt minion first. Yeah, so the way Arena works is you get 3 cards at a time. You pick one of those 3 cards. You do that 30 times until you have a 30 card deck. You also originally are presented with 3 random heroes, and so you first pick which hero you're going to play. You either win 9 games or lose 3 games, whichever happens first. So we're in pretty good shape here. We're in really good shape, actually. We'll probably go ahead and drop our Druid of the Claw next turn and charge. Well, maybe we'll taunt. Oh, and now we have Argent Commander as well. Okay, so... I actually like having the taunt. Let's keep our board control here.
Hey, give me a minute. If you're sure.
Yeah, our last choice was, yeah, Warrior, Druid, Priest were our 3. Good evening, good evening, Ewan, or Ewan. Wow, another secret. I wonder if it's a 3rd mirror entity. So we'll probably attack first to see if it's a Vaporize or an Ice Barrier or any of the abilities that would trigger off of an attack. Interesting. So we can bounce the Druid of the Claw and replay it. Let's attack first. I want to see what the secret
If
is.
you're sure.
Alright. Probably an Ice Barrier is my guess. Yep. Well, I attacked first because that way I can see if it's make sure it's not a counter spell or anything else. You actually can't see what spell it is by mana because all the mana costs are the same for so that was interesting. I bounced him, but he didn't return to his original form. Huh. I guess that makes sense because it's kind of a transform, but I wouldn't have expected that, honestly. I would have expected that to work differently. Yeah, so all mage secrets are 3 mana. All paladin secrets are what, 1 mana? Hunter secrets are 2 mana, I think. So again, we're still in good shape. You never know with the mage. I mean, she could have Flame Strike out there. She could have some big AoE clear, but I feel pretty good about the position we're in. No Warlock secrets. Alright, so let's see. 3, 4, 8. We can do 12 points of damage. So I think here. Yeah.
Northrend!
Where shall I strike?
Hey, give me a minute.
So let's see. How do we want to do this? Well, this is the most efficient
Another
trade.
round?
Hey, give me a minute. If you're sure.
Victory!
Job's done.
Oh, awesome, Big Teddy Paul. Congratulations on getting the beta key. That's awesome. Very, very cool. If you want to add me in BattleNet, my tag is Darhoth Pound 1301. So Darhoth Pound 1301. Feel free to add me, and maybe we'll play a game sometime. And I won't stream it unless you want me to, but I probably will stream it regardless. Watch the stream while you play me? Sure, but I'm gonna delay the stream like a minute. Or 5 or 10. Alright, so let's see what this secret is. So another ice barrier. It's really just gonna slow down the game, honestly. Let's see, I think we just want to go ahead and get as much damage out there as we can. I'm gonna go ahead and taunt up just in case she pulls some massive nasty card.
Oh, if you're sure.
Job's done.
Do they have max support already? I think the waves vary, Trickster. I've seen some that are like 500. They've done some big releases, so I'm hoping the open beta will be within the next month or 6 weeks. Well, this mage has a crap ton of secrets. So at least what, the 4th secret, 5th secret she's played? Yeah, 2 mirror entities, 2 ice barriers, and now another secret. Let's see, 4, 9, 10. So we can kill her, but let's see what her
If you're
secret
sure.
is. Oh, wow.
Victory!
We can't kill her yet because of her armor, but... Here, let's draw 3 cards and see, maybe we'll get something to finish her off. There we go. GG. Oh no, we don't have enough mana. Let's see. Deal 2 damage, doesn't quite do it. 4, yeah, we can't quite kill
I
her.
must safeguard the land.
She's gonna get a copy of our guy, it's not that big a deal. She's a 2/4 minion, she doesn't get the ability.
Well played.
Well played.
Alright, so that's game. Alright, so another win for the Druid deck. Never really felt behind that game, so this deck seems to be pretty good. We might even hit level 10 by the time we get done with this with this deck. Yay, we leveled up, got more cards. Woohoo! Alright, so 2-0. Let's keep it going. So it's the 3rd game in this arena series. We are now 2-0. So deck's working pretty well. Druids have a lot of really good cards, and I think they're coming through in this deck. It's doing really well.
Malfurion versus.
All right, so we're playing a rogue this time, played by High
I must
1437.
protect the wild.
So innervate early is pretty good. I don't mind this start at all. I don't know about Abusive Sergeant on turn 1. In fact, I'm going to drop Abusive Sergeant. Even though it's a 1 mana card, I actually like it better in the mid to late game. This is better for us. So turn 1 we can innervate and drop Demolisher.
Job's done.
Thanks, Trickster. I appreciate it. Thanks for the subscription. I do put all my videos up on YouTube, and I try to be responsive to you guys in the stream and try to explain what I'm doing and hopefully have a little fun and explain the game as I go along. So we killed our Demolisher. Still not a terrible play for us all in all. I think here the play is to go ahead and summon a Panther.
Job's done.
Could have Iron Beaked Owl there, but I'd rather save the silence when we actually need it. Did I? Yeah, I try to look at all my comments on. I try to look at all my comments on YouTube, at least the ones that are not either telling me I suck at the game, or that I'm fat, or that I'm gay, or that I suck at the game. That's probably what, half the not half, probably 30% of the comments are some "you suck, you're fat, you're gay" combination. It's pretty fun. So we really still don't have a play here. We could go ahead and play the Iron Beak. I'm still going to save that. So we're just going to hero power up and start hitting her in the face.
Job's done.
Well, it's funny when people post those kind of comments on YouTube. More people post and respond saying "shut up." It's pretty funny. So, thanks, Boda. I appreciate the support. Well, I am fat and I have a nice beard, but I appreciate the compliments. All right, so let me see. You know, still not really a great play here. I'd rather not drop Iron Beak still. I think I'm just gonna... I hate doing this because I feel like we're losing some board control, but we're still not in terrible shape here. So one thing that... So if those of you have not heard of Mana Grind, Mana Grind is a Hearthstone community. It actually started before beta came out with something called Cockatrice. Definitely check Mana Grind out. In particular, if you're interested in high-level strategy discussion and metagame discussion, they do a podcast on Fridays, I think it's Fridays, called Mana Cast, or Thursdays, called Mana Cast. That's really good. I would also strongly recommend you check out the Hearthstone podcast, which I believe is on Fridays, and that one's also really good as well. So nice, Big Teddy. Enjoy the game. I'm sure you'll love it.
Where shall I strike? Job's done.
But definitely check out the Hearthstone podcast. It's called Fireside Chat. And also check out the Mana Grind podcast. It's called ManaCast. I actually don't podcast with Hearthstone, mainly because Hearthstone's a curse website. And so there's a couple curse folks that are on there, as well as a couple Hearthstone folks. And they've been doing it with those people since the beginning. So I would love to podcast with the Mana Grind guys. Maybe you can mention that to them at some point, maybe as a guest commentator. I think they're all really great. I would strongly recommend you check them out. Easy Mod and Noxious, HS Noxious, are two very good streamers. And Noxious is actually who got me into the game in the first place, was watching his videos. So. Yeah, I may start doing some form of podcast. Honestly, time commitment wise, I don't know that I have the time to really put into doing podcasts and everything. But we'll see. Alright, so I'm thinking we might go ahead and silence this guy. Yep, I like this play.
Job's done.
So we get Taunt Minion back on the field. Once Hearthstone comes out, will I play with my fans? Absolutely. I think I posted on YouTube. Anybody? But yeah, I definitely will. I will put my battle tag out there. I may even take a night where I just play with fans. So.
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
I was actually, the thing you said in chat about sheeps, I was actually killed by a sheep one time. It was the last point of damage that was done to me as a mage. It was pretty sad. Alright, so savagery. We really need to save bite for savagery.
Get behind me.
I'm gonna go with the Panther here instead of 1-1, because I feel like we have pretty decent board presence as is. Do I want to go ahead and trade? Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take this trade. Nah, it's not a trade, but I'm gonna take that attack. I could have hit her directly, but either way, she's gonna kill me straight out. And I'd rather her. Well, I don't know. I probably should attack the hero. I really wanted to get that mana off with the buff from the cleric. A 16/16 sheep. That's pretty funny. I'd imagine. I could see that. So, what's actually kind of helping us here, this weapon is really big. But she keeps using the weapon to clear minions, which is the right play. But she's taking constant damage, so even though we're out of minions, she's at 13 health, we're at 27, so... So we could go ahead and gain 2 mana crystals. Doesn't really help us this turn.
I must safeguard the land.
I wish I had... nah, that was not what I meant to do. It is what I meant to do, but I wanted to see... That's the golem, right? So he doesn't have a big effect. I think I'm actually just gonna do 2 damage to her.
I don't have enough.
Oh, that's not what I meant to do. That's what I meant to do. Oh, damage golem is from the death rattle. Alright. Sorry. I was, yeah. I was talking to you guys so much, I gotta pay more attention there. So still not in terrible shape. We're definitely a little bit behind in cards. We're about to draw 3 cards next turn, so we can also kill both her minions with savagery next turn, so that's not too bad either. All right, so she's still attacking our minions, which is the right play. I think
Enter the shadows.
rogue players will tell you that they should that you should clear generally with your minions. All right, so let's see what we want to do here. Alright, so here's what I think the play is. Gives us 1 attack, so now we can kill the 2 stealth minions with savagery. And then I'm going to Elven Archer into her. And we're going to attack into her. We're leaving ourselves a little exposed here, and obviously we left some mana on the table. But I think we really need to get her in as low a position as possible. Damn it, Voda, you're gonna make me start watching the match, and then I'm gonna get distracted from streaming. So she played Ysera. Ysera lets you get a dream card. The dream cards can be really good, so this might get kind of scary. Alright, so we're gonna definitely have to play Nourish now and draw cards. Hopefully we get a decent minion. Well, we got Innervate. Oh, and Wrath. Alright. So if we deal 3 damage... So if we innervate, we'll have 7. Which will let us Stranglethorn, Tiger, and Wrath.
What?
We're not going to be able to destroy Ysera, I don't think. Alright, I think this is the play. So we're innervate up. So basically we're going to put her in a position where she's going to die next turn. Unless she deals with our Tiger, and the Tiger's stealth, so she'll have a hard time doing that. Now, she can do 8, she can do 11 points of damage on the board, so if she can pull out Eviscerates and something else, well, Sprint actually is very good for us. She realizes she's got to kill us this turn, and so she sprinted. My guess is she won't draw what she needs. I can't think of anything she can do that does 10 damage with 3 mana. If I had taunted the Tiger, taunt doesn't actually work if the minion is stealth. The stealth overrides the taunt until the minion comes out of stealth. Yeah, Sprint was definitely a desperation move. No, the reason I played the 3 damage was because now... Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, if she got a taunt, that could work. But the 3 damage was to basically put her on a 1-turn timer. Unless she had taunt. Rogues don't usually play a lot of taunt. So...
I will meet you soon.
Four, 8, 16. She doesn't have enough to do it. And that would be game. Well, there's nothing she could do to the stealth minion though. Alright, so Druid deck continues to kick ass. 3-0. Let's keep it going. So this is our 4th game with this Druid deck. We're now 3-0. Usually when you get to... we've actually had quite a few arenas start out 3-0. Because the arena system matches you with players with similar records, 3-0... Seems like when you get to 4-0, the matches start to get a lot harder. A lot of times we've gone 3-0 and then ended up 4-3. So. Oh look, it's the same rogue. We got the exact same player
I
again.
must protect the wild.
That's pretty funny. So we're playing the same rogue. And we're gonna be able to yeah. I'm actually coin into our Panther here.
Job's done.
We'll see. That was a pretty close game, but now we know. This is interesting because now we have some sense of her deck and she has some sense of our deck.
I hope you like
Although I
my
think what we
adventure.
learned about her deck is more useful, like the fact she has Ysera. So there's really no point in playing the Ironbeak Owl here. We could Elven Archer. I actually think we'll just attack and hero power. So, yo, you guys have heard my spiel about Warlocks before, where it tends to be better to attack into Warlocks. I have to say the same thing about Rogues, because Rogues, a good Rogue will use their weapon to clear minions. See you later, Trickster. A good Rogue will use their weapon to clear minions, so the more you attack into them, the harder that becomes for them, because they're not going to want to do it if they're low on health. So...
Job's done.
I actually think that rogues in Arena are a little tough because they're so combo reliant and card synergy reliant. I think the best classes for Arena, honestly, are minion based classes. like druids, paladins, shamans. They all seem to do best in arena. Let's see. So we can play Nourish next turn, which will accelerate us even more. I think actually I am going to drop the Archer.
One shot.
And I don't really want a Wrath. I'd rather say Wrath to remove a minion potentially.
For the wild.
Job's done.
Well, I think I've never heard of Trump. If he's that good, then maybe I should watch his stream. I think rogues can be really, really good in arena if you get the right cards. I think you just have to get the right cards, but they can be solid. So we got a Fin Creeper. I think now would be the time to put the silence out. And then we're going to buff up our Iron Beak Owl. I really like this combination of the Iron Beak Owl and the Mark of Nature. Oh, did he? Okay. Is he on YouTube or anything? Does he stream, or is he must stream if you guys know him? Alright, so we could Starfire here to clear the board. Argent Commander doesn't clear the board for us. I think we're gonna just Starfire. Take out his minion.
Job's done.
We'll leave ourselves open for one turn, but not terrible. Alright, yeah, I'll have to check his videos out then. Does he talk much? Does he explain like why he picks the cards he does? So we're definitely losing some board control here. Be really nice if we could pull a Savagery at this point. I think we'll just go ahead. Let's see. Alright, so let's get our Druid of the Claw down. We'll get some Taunt out. And then just go ahead and take out his minion here and draw a card.
Job's done.
So the game stabilized a little bit. We should be able to regain some control next turn with Argent Commander. Probably Argent Commander and Abusive Sergeant, or Argent Commander and Hero Power. So we Argent Commander and Abusive Sergeant, we can hit him in the face for 6. Now he's gonna go ahead and trade there. That weapon's now a 6-2. That's gonna start to hurt, unfortunately. This could get pretty nasty in a hurry. Alright. So that's not bad. If we Nourish, we'll still have 5 mana left. That doesn't really help us. So Argent Commander is definitely the play. We'll use our Divine Shield to take out a minion. And then we use our Hero Power to take out another minion.
Job's done.
We're going to take 5 damage, possibly 6 damage again next turn. But then I think we'll stabilize the game decently well. He doesn't really... I think I may have seen him. He doesn't take criticism well. I think my misplay ratio has gotten a lot better. As soon as I say that, I'll probably make a misplay tonight. So this rogue is a really heavy, wow, really heavy weapon deck. This could get tough in a hurry. Go ahead and play the Inventor because I want to get a card here. Alright, so that's not terrible. So you can hit for 5 next turn. I'm gonna go ahead and get the tiger down.
Job's
We
done.
probably need to start pumping damage as quickly as we can. This is gonna become a bit of a race, but we have more cards, which will help us. So, well, I'm glad I've gotten better. I've actually thought about reordering my YouTube videos and either deleting or unplaylisting the really early arena series, because I think some people look at those and they see how badly I played and they stop watching, which I wouldn't honestly blame them half the time. I may actually unplaylist the early arena series, at least the first like 3. Arena Series 1 is actually not bad because I took it from the second
We
day,
must cleanse
but the
the
very
Sunwell.
first night of streaming, which is like Arena Series maybe 2, 3, 4, 5, that was pretty rough. Alright, so this is starting to get rough. We don't have any taunt we can drop. We can only do 7 points of damage. We're going to take 5. We're probably going to die next turn because you'll probably have an Eviscerate, honestly. So what's the most damage we can do here? It's not really much. We can do 6, 9, 10 points of damage. You know what? Let's. I'm gonna nourish and hope that we get a Starfire. The Starfire would actually win us the game here, but we didn't get it, and we didn't draw any taunt, so that doesn't help us either. We could go ahead and drop the silence. +2 there.
Time waits for no one.
Get in there and fight, maggot!
Hey, give me a minute.
I don't think I could have before I played the Nourish, because I only had... I could have done 2, 9, 10... I could have done 11 points of damage, which wouldn't have been enough. Plus Keeper buff. But Keeper only buffs itself. It doesn't buff other minions, right? Now you've got me checking the card database. Oh, Keeper deal... No, it deals 2 damage, so... Oh, you might be right there. How much health did the... How much... Yeah, I know. How much health did he have? I'm trying to remember. Wasn't it 13? I think no matter which way we went, it was gonna be like 2 or 1 point short, because we had 2, 5, we had 7 points on the table. The Ironforge Rifleman was 1, Abusive Sergeant was 2. That gives us 3, so that puts us at 10, which would have, and then a Keeper of the Grove would have been 2 more, gives us 12. Hero powered for 13? Maybe. Yeah. 10, 12, 14. Yeah. Yeah, I think you guys are right. I probably should have sat and looked at it more, honestly. I just didn't think through it enough. I got too excited thinking about the Starfire. Yeah, Panther buff would have been more too. Yeah. 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 Could have done that differently.
Let the hunt
Should have thought through that more.
Protect the wild.
Consider that the first misplay of the night. We haven't seen Soul of the Forest yet. Any of our games, kind of interesting. Yeah, I should have thought through all the options there. It's always a learning experience. And Druids, I'll say, I said this before about Rogues. I'll say this about Druids as well. I think Druids and Rogues are maybe the hardest classes to play when you're first learning the game. Because they have combos and options with the choose one for Druids and the combos for Rogues. And so I think that's also part of it as well. Not trying to make excuses, but that's just an honest assessment.
You like my invention?
Whereas I think something like a Mage is pretty straightforward to play early when you're learning the game. Which is also why they make Mage the first class you play as well, I think. Yeah, I know everyone messes up. I just hate when I make a mess up that actually loses a game. Oh, good. So, Animal Companion summons a random beast. There's 3 random beasts. There's Loek, Misha, and Huffer. Huffer's a charge minion. Misha is a taunt minion. Leok is a buffing minion. And actually, Leok is the one that's the easiest, the best one for him to pull for us, honestly.
Where shall I strike?
Oh, if you're sure.
Job's done.
I'm sort of stubborn about maining Mage because that's what I mained in Cockatrice before the beta came out. But who knows? Well, that was lucky for us. His steady shot, or I think isn't that what's called, steady shot? Deadly shot, hit our weaker minion. I like Warrior as well. I really do. I think they just need a little bit of a buff.
Get in there and fight, maggot!
Job's done.
Gurabashi Berserker is a great card. I don't know what they do, what they need to do to really make Warriors better. I think they maybe need to change their hero power, where instead of gaining 2 armor, they gain 2 armor and 1 attack, which would be too much like Druids, or maybe they gain 3 armor. Mage and Rage decks can work pretty well as well. Well, let's think about this. I could Savagery to kill. Yeah, I like this play better.
Suffer my wrath!
You know what? I could have killed him. I could have killed him with my hero there. So this is the point in the night where I start to get tired. And I start to not make the ideal play. The better play there would have been to, well, I don't know. Maybe would have been to attack with my hero, but I would have taken 4 damage in return. So that maybe wasn't necessarily a bad play. I lost a minion, but I also saved 3 life and 1 armor. I think one thing they could do with the Warrior card is maybe drop Brawl. I think Brawl is a 5 mana cost. Maybe make Brawl a 4 mana cost. This Demolisher's putting in some work now. Although, with the Scavenging Beast, it's not going to be quite as good. So I really want to play Soul of the Forest, but I think it's more important to get a taunt minion down here.
Get behind me.
That'll protect our Demolisher for one more turn, maybe.
Job's done.
I just feel like everything in the warrior deck just takes a little too much mana to really come off. How does the hunter deck play? So hunters have a few different. Yeah, I do need to take out the hyena. Hunters have a few different meta games. One is a beast heavy deck, which it looks like this is the way that he's going. Another one is to be kind of secret heavy. And that was actually bad for us because now it enraged his warrior. But this looks to be a beast-oriented deck more than anything else. So we can kill the taunt with Keeper of the Grove, and then we can trade for the hyena. Actually, we can. Ooh, this'll work.
I must safeguard the land.
Well, we're going to be wasting the taunt part of this, but I don't really mind that. We're going to keep him alive, which will be good. And he's still at a point where he can pretty efficiently trade with the tiger, so.
Job's done.
By the way, the Demolisher can kill the Jungle Panther because it's random enemy, which means it can hit the Panther. Yeah, he's definitely playing a beast-centric deck. Now, I'd love to keep these minions alive this turn so I can get Soul of the Forest down, but yeah, he's definitely. So this could end up running away from us in a hurry if we don't get some draw power. We really need to draw Nourish if we can. Although Nourish next turn would actually. Nice, we killed a minion with the Demolisher. This Demolisher has been really good, although he'll probably die this turn. So this isn't too bad for us. We can get our tiger down, we can kill a minion off. He actually gets, you know what, I like this better.
Locked and loaded. Feel nature's wrath.
And now that we don't have taunt, I'm gonna start wearing his minions down a bit more. So that Soul of the Forest is gonna be really good for us because anything he kills, they're all gonna regenerate as a 2/2 token. So
Silver Moon.
puts us in a really good position, honestly. He got lucky and killed a Demolisher there. That was the best minion for him to kill for sure. The good thing about these Treants is they won't have summoning sickness when our turn starts, I don't think. So we'll get to attack with them next turn. I think that's right. Yep. 2, 4, 6, 5. We can do 11, 12 points of damage this turn. Which I think is the way to go, but let's go ahead and Starfire first. Draw a card. We'll hero power up.
Feel nature's wrath.
There's not really a big advantage to taking him. Well, you know what? Taking the 3 health means we can kill him with Wrath, so. I was gonna say there's not really a big advantage in taking him to 3 health because we still have to attack with 2 minions. But if we draw Wrath, we'll kill him, so. And the only reason I was thinking through that is because he can clear 2 of our minions this turn. And Wrath is even better because it avoids taunt, so. Fortunately, we don't have much to deal with that Mogushan Warden at this point. it's gonna pretty much, if we draw Wrath, it's game over. But or Silence, or Ironbeak Owl, because now we can silence the taunt, and that's GG.
Feel nature's wrath.
All right, so another win. We are now 4-1. We should be 5-0, but we are 4-1. Ironbeak Owl. Who was it? Who was it during the? Wow, I've collected every card in the basic set. Who was it in the drafting phase that said I was overestimating the power of silence? Speak up now.
You've earned all the basic cards for this class.
Alright, so 4-1. Starting out really well. This is the 6th game in this arena series, now 4-1. We could be 5-0, but I had a bit of a misplay. Go back and check the game that we lost with the Rogue, playing against the Rogue. Same Rogue twice in a row. We could have won that game with a slightly different set of cards. So it was a close game. Most games, when you get this far along in the arena, usually the turn you die, a lot of times you would have killed your opponent next turn. So
I must protect the
all right, innervate turn 1, and we get the coin. So I think we'll just stick with this. Turn 1, we can drop the archer. Turn 2, we'll have 5 mana if we want it. So. Oh, we don't have the coin. We're going first. Never mind. Still, innervate will be good to have turn 1, or period. So all 3 missiles hit us and didn't kill the Elven Archer. It's probably the best thing that could have happened for us. Unfortunately, we don't have much to do here, but we can keep attacking. So we could innervate into the Tiger next turn. I'm actually more tempted. We'll see what the board position looks like. I'm tempted to innervate into Nourish and gain those 2 extra mana crystals, because that will really accelerate our gameplay. Either Nourish or Bodyguard. I think innervate into Taunt. You know, with her having no minions on the board, I actually think innervate into Nourish is the better way to go. Because now we're going to be 2 mana crystals ahead for quite a while. And we went turn 1, we went first, so really we're the equivalent of almost 3 mana crystals ahead. Because we'll have 6 on our turn. Yeah, now we can get our taunt down.
Get behind me.
Job's done.
Well, we still have some draw power besides Nourish. I mean, we have Novice Engineer, we have Gnomish Inventor. A lot of our damage cards give us things, so... What do you think the misplay was there?
I hope you like my invention.
Locked and loaded.
Oh, misplay by her?
Job's done.
Yeah. How did she take out the taunt with the fireball?
May my ancestors
Yeah.
over me.
I think the Rager wouldn't have been a bad play there, but either way, it's kind of the same, honestly. So we don't want to taunt this guy. We don't want to enrage this guy if we can help it. Let's see, what do we want to do here?
sure.
Job's done.
I should have done that differently. No, I couldn't have. I still couldn't have killed him, right? Yeah.
Tazdingo! Yes!
So we're definitely getting behind in cards, but we're not doing too badly here.
Get in there and fight, maggot!
Oh, if you're sure.
Job's done.
Give me a quest.
So may actually bounce the abusive sergeant this turn. Ooh, or we can just silence.
What to do? I must safeguard the land. The wilds. I'll put it on your head.
Job's done.
I couldn't attack with the novice engineer because it was frozen from the frost nova last turn. But I still had my hero power that I could attack with. And because of Brewmaster, next turn we can re-drop the Druid of the Claw and get the taunt. So. Alright, so Flame Strike, always good. So she's going to clear the board. That's okay. I mean, we're still in an advantageous position here. For sure. I kind of want to go charge here.
I must safeguard the land.
Where shall I strike?
Job's done.
Yeah, we're 4-1 so far. Ooh, Archmage Antonidas. This is scary. So Archmage Antonidas gives her a fireball every time she casts a spell. Fortunately, it doesn't matter because we're going to go ahead and win the game. Oh, never mind. We have taunt. I forgot about that. Oh! She has taunt. Alright, well, that's okay. We're still going to win the game.
The wilds. Feel nature's wrath.
Well played.
I still won. I figured out what to do. There's no reason to type in all caps. Alright, so 5-1. Doing pretty well, doing pretty well. So we're now 5-1 with this druid deck. It's working really well. Maybe we'll play the same warrior for the third time if he's still out there. That'd be kind of funny.
Malfurion versus
So we're playing a warlock here, Stedgy.
Soul shall be mine.
I must
Um,
protect the wild.
Let's see, not gonna take Nourish this early. The rest of this isn't bad. Actually, this is kind of interesting. So we could actually enrage our Tauren Warrior with our Elven Archer. Might not be a bad play.
I greet you.
My greetings.
Ideally, we draw some other low-cost minion. That's not bad. We could coin into Wrath. I think I'd rather save that. I'm going to save the Elven Archer, honestly. So I think we just in turn here.
Shields up.
Wow, that's kind of an interesting play. She wasted the ability there. Guess it really doesn't matter. So we can coin into our warrior. I actually like that play. The reason I like that play, and he'll probably kill it, but he'll have to do two things to kill it. He can't just kill it with his minion. Or he'll have to do a spell, but I don't know at 3 mana that he has a spell that will kill a 3-hit minion. Oh, yeah, Shadow Ball. Never mind. That's okay. Ooh, so this gives us some options here with Innervate. So Innervate puts us to 5. We can Keeper of the Grove and Elven Archer, or we could Thrallmar and Wrath. Actually, like Thrallmar and Wrath better.
Does the future hold?
Job's done.
Yeah, I wish Blizzard would just do random as well. I agree. So we're not in a bad position here. I do think this deck suffers a little bit from claw power. Oh, shit. Alright, so my cat just knocked my desk over. And dumped water on me. At least on my leg. So, yeah.
I must safeguard the land. I see your end.
Job's done.
Well, it's not a desk, it's my little folding thing there. I just showed it with the microphone. Okay, yeah, now I'm definitely getting tired. Wow. Did you guys see that? I just tried to use my microphone like a webcam. That means I'm tired. That means it's time to go to bed before too long, ladies and gentlemen. That was pretty funny. Alright, so I have 7 mana here.
Feel nature's wrath.
Put this apple on your head.
So we're not in terrible shape, but we're losing board control a bit, and we don't have a lot of board clear. So that worries me a little bit, honestly. Really, our only board clear is Savagery. And unless we get Bite and Savagery at the same time, we're not going to do more than 1 point of damage with Savagery, so... Well, there's Bite, so we'll save that in case we get Savagery, I think. Unfortunately, Elven Archer doesn't really do anything for us here. We need to start making some efficient trades, so...
Feel nature's wrath.
We need to take out the Knife Juggler so he stops hitting us randomly. I'm gonna save Bite for Savagery, I think.
One shot, one kill.
I'll start wearing down the Dragon Lane guy. So we really could use Nourish so we can draw some cards. Savagery wouldn't be bad because we can clear the board. Not liking our card situation at the moment. We're not in a strong enough board position yet to really do that. And this Warlock, unlike the Warlock we played before, will probably leave his Imp and Stealth forever. So if we don't get a Savagery, then yeah, we're never going to kill that Imp. I think the only thing we have that can kill the Imp would be Savagery or Demolisher.
It's time for a little blood.
Oh, this is looking scary in a hurry. Well, there's Demolisher. Which I think we're gonna have to go. I think I'm gonna go ahead and have to use Bite. Take out the Berserker so he never gets a chance to Berserk. And then...
Feel nature's wrath.
I'll give it a shot.
Now this is gonna start looking scary in a hurry. We really need to get a big minion or something. I don't know what. This is looking tough though. Telling you that Blood Imp is a lot stronger than people think, because that one extra health a lot of times puts your minions just out of a lot of abilities. A lot of the direct damage abilities don't apply. Well, Savagery would be okay, but what's it gonna do? It's not gonna. It's gonna kill the Blood Imp, but it's not gonna kill much else. And we're about to get hit in the face pretty hard this turn. Well, we're gonna play that card. To draw a card. Nourish. Well, that's good, but we still need more cards. We still have Innervate though, so we can play something if we draw it. Alright, so we could Ironforge Rifleman. But the Ironforge Rifleman doesn't really do us any good. Ironbeak Owl could silence the Frostwolf Warlord. That's probably the right play. It's gonna waste a little bit of the mana, but we need to make that guy not as silly.
Well played.
So he's got 10 points of damage on the board. If he has power overwhelming, then yeah, this is not looking good. Yeah. Well, I don't know. We still have 30 life, so he may start doing some trades. Would have been nice if we could have got Soul of the Forest down, but it's not looking good. Alright, so we can't kill a minion with the 1 damage, so the best thing to do is ping off the Sunwalker. We'll Druid the Claw, get a taunt minion down.
Job's done.
Keep trying to hang on. He's down to 1 card, or 2 cards. But we just don't have any AoE clear, unfortunately. Not much AoE clear.
I wonder.
Yeah, we never got the chance to take a Starfall in draft, unfortunately. Well, I didn't get my key from having a stream channel, but you know, if you have a popular stream channel, you may get a key, but in order to have a popular stream channel, you have to have a key. So, chicken, egg. Yeah, I got my key from being affiliated with Hearthstone, so.
Where shall I strike?
Job's done.
I did also opt in for the beta, but I didn't need that to get the key, fortunately. Surprised people aren't online, although most of my friends are European, so that's probably why they're not online. So we're still holding on, but we have no cards. We're top decking, so I don't think our odds are very good. Oh, Ironbeak Owl. There's really nothing I can silence here. Does any good.
Job's done.
5, 6, 9, 13, 15, 19. That's game.
Well played.
So not much different we really could have done that game, I don't think. Just ran into a better deck, at least what he drew.
Well played.
Telling you, those flame imps are super strong. We had a warlock deck, I think we ended up going 8 wins, maybe 7 wins, and we had 3 of those flame imps. They're just nasty. Alright, so 5 and 2, we'll head into our next game. It's really our first true loss. The other loss could have been prevented, so this deck's doing really well. But the big weakness in it is we don't really have much AoE clear. It's the same warlock. It's the same guy.
Shall be mine.
Well, we know his deck a little bit now. We're going to keep... You know what? I'm tempted to keep both Bite and Savagery. Because we're going to need them in the mid game against this guy.
I greet you. My greeting.
This happens a lot when you have a lot of when you get up to 4, 5, 6 wins. Because you play the same people. I'm going to save the Elven Archer this time to try to do some removal. Yeah, Savagery Bite we do have, so that's good. Fortunately, he's going to hit us for 6 before we can do much of anything.
Job's done.
Best thing we can do there is at least armor up and absorb 1 point of damage.
My eyes.
We'll kill him with the archer this turn. Well, maybe we won't. Because he healed him. Damn it. Urgh. Well, I still think we have to. This is still the best play. Unfortunately.
One shot, one kill.
Flame imps are so good. They're such a strong 1-drop, 1 minion. So Flame Imp is 1 mana, it's a 3/2, but you do 2 damage to yourself. But at turn 1, 2 damage is nothing. So the deck that we had that was really good with the Warlock, we had 3 Flame Imps, 3 Blood Imps, and 2 Flame Imps. Nice, Mario. Alright, so we're still 3 turns off of our combo, so this is gonna be testy for a while. Fortunately, nothing here really does us too much good. We could silence nothing. I'm actually just gonna drop the Brewmaster to get a big minion
Put it
down.
on your tab.
Job's done.
Should have attacked with the Elven Archer there first. I forgot that the Brewmaster was gonna force me to bounce it. So that's 1 point of damage I could have done that I didn't do. Definitely getting tired.
It's time for a little blood.
Alright, so he decided to just trade with the stealth minion. That's kind of interesting. It means he's feeling pretty secure about his position.
Where shall I strike?
Job's done.
Always hit the lock. Yeah.
Ready to ride.
So he's gonna have to do a 2-for-1 trade here, minimum. Which is what he did. I actually, well, let's see. Never mind. That made sense what he did. So I could silence the fairy dragon. I think I'd rather silence the berserker if I can't kill him right off. Yeah, so I think what we'll do here is we'll silence the berserker. I'm more worried about his enrage than I am about the fairy.
One shot, one kill.
The reason I used the 1 point of damage on the berserker there is because now the Iron Beak can kill him, so he doesn't have an efficient trade anymore. So we're now to the point that we can use our combo at any time, so we're not in terrible shape. I have a feeling we're going to get behind on the cards again, but you know, we're at 12 health. That's our big issue. He can flame strike us for 4. He's already showed us that he has a flame strike in there. He probably has a power overwhelming somewhere in his hand at some point. So still in a pretty tough spot.
Truth is my shield.
We may have stabilized the game a little bit at least. So we could trade Divine Shields here.
I wonder.
I want to get a more defensive position up, honestly. Could go ahead and ping the shield off. I think I'm going to do... Wow, I can't afford to take the health hit. I'm going to end my turn. Next turn, we'll probably ping off the shield and do our savagery combo. I really would like to clear the board with savagery. At least kill the at least ping the shield off so the Sunwalker takes damage. So we could just about clear the board. We'll still have the Fin Creeper, but we'll be able to kill the Sunwalker. Oh, well, he pinged the shield off for us. That was nice of him. So let's see. So he basically could reset the game to just his Fin Creeper. I think that's what I want to do. Plus the armor will help us.
Well played.
For the wild.
So, there we go. We cleared the board. He's got 5 cards. We've got 3 cards. He's got 26 health. We have 14 effective health with the 2 armor.
I hear you
So,
got
you
a
know.
problem.
Still think he's in the better position than we are, but things could be worse. Nice. That'll help us with the taunt.
To Northrend!
May my ancestors
Victory!
Job done.
It's getting to be a pretty close game. We have better board presence, but he's still got Flame Strike out there, so he can do 4 damage to us at some point. Plus, Locks have some pretty good direct damage. We haven't put enough damage into him yet that he can't draw cards. He's got a lot of draw power in this deck. For a Warlock, he's got a lot of draw power. Usually Warlocks don't go heavy draw power because of their hero ability, but he's also now got 1 point of spell power, which could be a problem. He's probably going to go ahead and hit us with the Assassin. Yeah, I would. Because he can kill us next turn.
Victory!
I think I'm going to have to armor up here instead of playing the Tiger because we need all the health we can get at this point.
For the wild.
Job's done.
Alright, so the Motion Warden's going to be tough.
what you want.
We just can't get through this guy. He's got a good deck, he really does, for a Warlock. I think that is going to be GG, unfortunately.
What does the future hold?
And we can't get through his, we can't get through his taunt, so...
Well played.
Well played.
For the wild.
Job's done.
Alright, so, you know, we played the same Rogue twice, we played the same Warlock twice, so... It's a little annoying, but that's just a symptom of the beta, and that there's not a ton of people playing yet. So we end up 5-3, or was it 6-3? I think 5-3. This deck started out really well, though. But we ran into a really good Warlock deck twice, the same Warlock. Alright, so let's see what our reward is. We'll definitely get a pack of cards. We'll also get gold and Arcane Dust. Now some nice gold there. Not too bad. Alright, we'll open the pack real quick. So, anybody have any questions about the game or the stream? Or we played the same guy twice. We played the same Rogue twice, and we played the same Warlock twice. Arcane Dust is for crafting cards. You can actually craft, so... If I can find a card that I don't have, which I have a lot of cards at this point. There we go. So if we go back here, so if I wanted to, I could craft Tink Master Overspark. He would cost 1,600 dust, and I have 585. You can also disenchant cards. There's a mass disenchanter up here, which will disenchant cards that you have too many of, you have more than 2 of. So that's how you get dust as well. Alright, so I think that's going to do it for the stream tonight, guys. About 11 o'clock my time. I may be on tomorrow. I haven't decided yet. Follow me on Twitter. I will always announce my streams on Twitter. If I'm on tomorrow night, it will probably be playing my Mage Taunt deck, which is this deck here, because that is the deck that I am likely to use in a tournament that's being played on Saturday. So if I'm on, it'll be tomorrow night and possibly streaming Saturday, but otherwise I will definitely be on Sunday. Sunday will be a theme challenge. I will be playing theme decks, probably a Pyrosmith deck for Warriors. If you have a theme deck that you would like me to try, like a Beast, a Murloc, a Pirate, feel free to email it to me at darhoftwitch@yahoo.com. I am in Virginia in the United States, so East Coast time. But yeah, otherwise, I appreciate it, guys. Thanks for coming out and watching the stream tonight. Follow me on YouTube, Twitter, twitch.tv, and I will see you later. Bye.